You know, it's pretty interesting how damn near everyone on a team can be aware of something, or at least be in some type of agreement towards something, and yet if the person who ultimately calls the shots doesn't feel the same way as the crew, then none of it matters. And I'm not just describing some random situation that happened to me this week. Nah, this is the Rob Dillingham situation on the Timberwolves, and the man who ultimately calls the shots is head coach Chris Finch. However, as for Rob's teammates, they know good and well the reality of the situation. Not too long ago, Anthony Edwards had this to say about Rob Dillingham's minutes.
What did it feel like to have the young kid back out there with you?
He fine. I mean, everybody know it, the world know it. You know, it just time. It takes time, you know, and it's gonna happen. He's gonna start playing more and more and more. He just got back healthy, so we've been missing him the last couple weeks, and he just got back out there and showed why he should be playing, and you know, we just gotta have faith in him.
Of all the possible languages out there, Ant chose to speak facts. You see, Rob Dillingham was the 8th pick in the recent NBA draft. And as someone who performed incredibly well in his one-and-done season at Kentucky, a lot of people were looking forward to seeing him hoop at this next level, obviously being the NBA. But unfortunately, here in hindsight, through the first 46 games the Timberwolves have played this season, Rob has played in under half of them. That's over 20 DNPs. But guess what? That's not even really the worst part about it. Because in the 19 games in which he has played, he's averaging barely 10 minutes a game. Bro, 10. I mean, damn, there's been some legendary six-man role players in NBA history. Players that come to mind are like Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams, maybe even Manu Ginobili. But even they would struggle to give you some good production in that itty-bitty amount of time. So yeah, if it isn't obvious, the point here is Rob needs some more opportunity. And per usual, today we gotta talk about it. We'll get into what he's shown us thus far, why exactly he could be of value to the Timberwolves considering they're having a down year compared to the expectations many of us had for them, and lastly, what the future holds. So yeah, bro, y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments, man. What do you think about Rob Dillingham? Is he capable of becoming somebody in this league in y'all's opinion? Why not? And yeah, really quick before I go any further, what's good YouTube? Plug Speaks back with another video, man. If you're new, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and sub. Also like the video if you enjoy. I upload quality basketball content and we're on the grind to 5K, so I'd most def appreciate it, man. I appreciate every single viewer. But yeah, back to the video. So if it wasn't already obvious in the intro, let me go ahead and preface all my commentary in this video just by admitting that I can't even lie. I really gotta try to approach this convo from a super objective standpoint, simply because I've been keeping up with Rob's game for a minute and he was one of my favorite prospects. And the writing has damn near always been on the wall as far as him being able to hoop. However, bias aside, right? I do believe there are certain things with this Timberwolves team that simply doesn't make sense for the little minutes that Rob gets. For starters, the two main players that have been receiving minutes above Rob for majority of the season are not like that, bro. I mean, for one, Mike Conley is not that guy. Respectfully, he's a veteran in this league. He's had a very long history. I mean, at 37 years of age, he's done a lot and he had some amazing seasons as a part of the Memphis Grizzlies. This is all true. But considering he's in his 18th season, we cannot be surprised that there's been a drop-off in his game. Therefore, he shouldn't just be grandfathered into starter positions as he is basically right now. You see, this season in the 40 games he's played, 34 games as a starter, he's averaging just 8 points, 4 assists, and just under 3 rebounds, shooting 36% from the field and 38% from 3. You feel me? Let's be real here. That is not very impressive. And I guarantee that in those same minutes, Rob's production would be much better. And please don't even hit me with, oh, it's more to the numbers, because I get it. Mike Conley is a true point guard. His playmaking abilities and skills in running an offense are top notch. But damn, at this point in his career, do the pros really mean so much that it costs a lottery pick guard out of Kentucky even getting the chance to compete for a starting spot? That's pretty crazy. You see, the Timberwolves are currently one of the bottom 10 offenses in the NBA. And I'm not going to be silly and blame all of this on Mike Conley. However, it does cause things to look a bit even more confusing as far as, you know, Chris Finch not being willing to try new schemes and just put Rob out there. And then beyond Mike Conley, like I said, Rob has also been playing behind trade acquisition Dante DiVincenzo. Now granted, Dante very recently suffered a toe injury, so while he's out, Rob will probably get much more opportunity. However, in my humble opinion, it shouldn't even have had to come to this. You see, Dante strongly improved his perception as an NBA player last year on the Knicks, because not only did the Knicks have a winning season, but Dante also had a career year. He shot an amazing 40% from 3 on nearly 9 attempts per game. So of course when Minnesota picked him up, they were looking forward to seeing what he could do for their team. You know, that's fair enough. But unfortunately, Dante hasn't picked up where he left off at all. I mean, his performance as compared to the previous season is noticeably worse. And in the 40 games he's played, he's averaging 10 points, just under 4 assists and 4 rebounds, on 40% shooting from the field and 37% shooting from 3 in 26 minutes a game. Again, nothing earth-shattering to really justify the super scarce minutes given to Rob Dillingham, because until pretty recently, Rob wasn't even entering games unless the team was up by 1 billion points or down by 1 billion points, aka garbage time. And it's just not the kind of position a player like Rob is supposed to be in. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but to me, the value in his skill set is very clear. Offensively, he has juggernaut potential. His damn Instagram handle is Rob with the ships. Defenders cannot stay in front of him. Man can create his own shot, whether it be a bunch of misdirection dribbles to the cup, working in the mid-range, or pulling up from 3, stepping back. He can score in so many ways. He does it efficiently, and he's a microwave scorer. At Kentucky, he shot 44% from 3 on about 5 attempts per game. This could be of value to the Timberwolves. And then let's not pretend as if he can't play make. Players like Rob Dillingham are the perfect players to put the ball in their hands to create for teammates. And this is because they are threats to score. They attack the basket. They draw defenders. It really just depends on what you need him to do. You feel me? He can run the pick and roll. He can create a more creative pass, just drawing in defenders, kicking out to the 3, or even helping the big man eat, get some buckets down low. He is not inept of these abilities. The only caveat that I will say as far as a struggle to Rob's playmaking abilities as it stands now is simply taking care of the ball. And that's simply because of the lack of experience. Rookies are always going to be turnover prone, but that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve the opportunity to at least go out there and make mistakes. Now, last but not least, I will acknowledge the fact that Rob's defense could use some work, and Mike Conley definitely has the up on him in that sense. However, I don't even know what else to say, because Mike Conley's offense is struggling so much that just throw Rob out there. Sure, he might let up a certain amount of points, but if you're that paranoid, just look at the Atlanta Hawks and how they make it work with Trae Young, because Trae Young's offense offsets what he gives up on defense. Being 6 foot and scrawny, Trae Young ain't stopping nobody, but he creates so much offensively, scoring and playmaking, and Rob is that exact type of player. But anyway, man, with that being said, I am about to wrap this video up. Y'all definitely let me know what you think about this Rob Dillingham situation on the Timberwolves. Do you agree that he should be getting more minutes? Are you a believer in the hype? Why or why not? Does Chris Finch need to have an honest conversation with the team? And yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all watching, man. Like the sub, share, sub if new. I will see y'all boys in the next one, and I'm out.